Jigsaw puzzle on repeat. Speed is key, gotta move fast. Put those pieces in their perfect spots. Adrenaline rush, hearts pounding loud. Every second counts, we gotta wow the crowd. Fingers flying, hands on fire. We're the kings and queens of this puzzling empire. Puzzled hearts, we're in this together. Filling in the pieces, bringing joy forever. Puzzled hearts will solve the mystery. Piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, we compete. Jigsaw puzzle on repeat. Speed is key, gotta move fast. Put those pieces in a perfect spot. Adrenaline rush, hearts pounding loud. Every second counts, we gotta wow the crowd. Fingers flying, hands on fire, hands on fire. We're the kings and queens of this puzzling empire. Puzzled hearts, we're in this together. Filling in the pieces, bringing joy forever. Puzzled hearts will solve the mystery. Piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, we compete. Jigsaw puzzle on repeat. Speed is key, gotta move fast. Put those pieces in the perfect spots. Puzzled hearts, we're in this together. Filling in the piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, we compete. Jigsaw puzzle on repeat. Speed is key, gotta move fast. Put those pieces in their perfect spots. Adrenaline rush, hearts pounding loud. Every second counts, we gotta wow the crowd. Fingers flying, hands on fire. We're the kings and queens of this puzzling empire. Puzzled hearts, we're in this together. Filling in the pieces, bringing joy forever. Puzzled hearts will solve the mystery. Piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, we compete. Jigsaw puzzle on repeat. Speed is key, gotta move fast. Put those pieces in a perfect spot. Adrenaline rush, hearts pounding loud. Every second counts, we gotta wow the crowd. Fingers flying, hands on fire, hands on fire. We're the kings and queens of this puzzling empire. Puzzled hearts, we're in this together. Filling in the pieces, bringing joy forever. Puzzled hearts will solve the mystery. Piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, we compete. Jigsaw puzzle on repeat. Speed is key, gotta move fast. Put those pieces in the perfect spots. Puzzled hearts, we're in this together. Filling in the piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. jigsaw puzzle on repeat. Speed is key, gotta move fast. Put those pieces in their perfect spots. Adrenaline rush, hearts pounding loud. Every second counts, we gotta wow the crowd. Fingers flying, hands on fire. We're the kings and queens of this puzzling empire. Puzzled hearts, we're in this together. Filling in the pieces, bringing joy forever. Puzzled hearts will solve the mystery. Piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 50 Plus Club tonight. Great to see you all here. Yes, so let's get away from all the participants. Hope you're all feeling pumped and excited for tonight's puzzle. And greetings to my co-host, Fruji. And tonight we have a new co-host joining us, Isa. So welcome
Hello.
to you.
Hello.
I'll just put you up on the screen. One moment. And greetings to everyone who's joining us on YouTube in the chat as well, all the viewers. Isa, this is your first time here. Maybe you can tell us where you're from and how it came to be that you're co-hosting tonight with Fruji.
I'm from the Netherlands, and I actually last June at Dutch Nationals, it was my second time there. I've been speed puzzling for a little over a year now, and they asked me to do a little interview on the live stream, so I was there, and yeah, we had a really nice chat. And so I guess you guys needed someone to fill in, and Fruzi suggested me, and I'm here, and I'm very excited to see this, especially the 50 Plus Club, because I'm still a 50 Plus Clubber, so this will be fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so I did ask Fruji, hey, you've been to a lot of competitions recently, you've been on a lot of live streams. Is there anyone you can think of who might be suitable to join us in the EJJ? And after a little bit of thinking, she was like, yes, Isa. So
I didn't have to think that long. Like,
okay, maybe a minute.
Isa was the first one who like popped into my head because we really had a very, very good chat at Dutch Nationals. I enjoyed that very, very much. And I thought you could keep up very well with the EJJ.
Well, we're going to find out.
Yes, so you also suggested a theme for today. So you suggested something we haven't actually talked about so far, which is the colors that you go for first, that you gravitate to in the pile, maybe which ones you tend to avoid. So I'd love to hear from you first. Which colors attract you and which ones you prefer to leave to the end?
I usually go for like pink and purples, and I don't know if it's because purple is also my favorite color or if it's because I perceive it in a certain way that maybe it is also my favorite color. And then like dark blues, blue, green, I think also that's why I like trees and bushes and things. That's really hard for me. I don't see those very well, so I tend to leave those for last.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and how about you, Fruji?
I've been very openly talking about thinking that I might not see color as well as other people. I've been considering having myself checked for color blindness because like gradients and things like that, I barely see differences in like especially shades of color. So I'm actually a little bit better with dark stuff because somehow that stands out better, like yellows or pinks or oranges. Like I basically can't figure those out. So I've been thinking of having that checked for a good while. So that's also partly why I am more drawn to busy puzzles, because there I can kind of ignore whatever colors I'm seeing and I can just go on like little corners of things that are on pieces.
Yeah, I did actually do a little bit of research on this before we started this.
Ooh.
Apparently, we have 3 different kinds of cones in our eyes that register different wavelengths. And so the way those cones are distributed in our eyes, that sort of determines how we see certain colors. So, and apparently color blindness is very rare in women though. So, I mean, it's possible, but it doesn't happen a lot.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I actually had a customer earlier this week who was colorblind, but not for all the colors, just for like 2 colors, because I sell car seats during the day, and then when I was showing like the color swatches of the different fabrics, and I can't remember what it was, if I said it was like blue or green or gray or something, but she says, oh, that looks more something else to me. And then she said, oh, well, actually, I have that. There's 2 colors that I don't see very well. I can't differentiate. So what we were telling her was the color. She was perceiving it differently. So yeah, that's an interesting concept as to how people perceive color.
Yeah.
So we also had some participants. Yeah, we had a lot of participants join the fray, telling us what their favorite colors are. Oh, so for me personally, I'm very much drawn to red. Red or yellow. I mean, red is my favorite color, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah.
And what I learned recently is that black is, like, I always felt like I left black to the end. And then with speed puzzling, I realized you have to assess it, because I was kind of thinking in my patterns, oh yeah, black, you always do it towards the end. But if you're doing a very colorful puzzle or a very busy puzzle, sometimes the black is so small, you can easily pick it out. Like if it's a shadow under a car or a black rooftop or something like that, it's actually, you have to kind of like switch lenses and go, okay, stop looking at all the colors. I look at the darks, and sometimes it's the black and white that I forget about, and then I can go, actually, there's only like 8 pieces of black, like let's do them all now.
Yeah, I recognize that, like switching like some kind of focus, like you can be really focused on the colors and then all of a sudden go, wait a minute, I should probably be doing the black part around the colors, and then it like clicks in your mind and you're looking for something else.
Yeah, black is sometimes deceiving in the sense that a lot of people try to avoid it for as long as possible, when it's actually not as bad most of the time. But we're going to find out whether that actually helps in tonight's puzzle.
Oh, yes, we'll see.
Okay.
So actually, I found Asma's reply kind of speaks to how I perceive it. So she likes anything bright first. She likes blue or teals or red, and she leaves the dull colors like browns and blacks to later. But black isn't guaranteed to be put off. I've often worked on cohesive dark sections early just to get them out of the way, including today. Okay, so she did a puzzle today. At the end of the day, it's color plus visual texture and pattern that will affect the order of the build. Yeah. So yeah, that's also very important. Not only is the colors or the amount of colors, but the textures. And also Anna Katerina says she likes doing warm colors, especially red, and then to end with darker colors like black. But it depends on the number of pieces as well, and if they are all in the same place. That's true. Are they all in the same section, or are they scattered? If I see that there are only a few black pieces, I'll do that right away. But normally just red attracts me. So good. So yeah, we'll see how the color plays a role in today's competition. And yeah, feel free to write in the chat as well, the viewers, if there's a certain color that stands out to you. I know, like with the circle of colors, often people will have finished on the blues. That was very interesting. Okay, I think we are ready to unwrap. All right, everybody, you may go ahead and unwrap your puzzle. So you may have guessed that it would be a round puzzle based on the box shape, that it's an Ebu. So here there's not really a gradient. This is a more simple color section. So yeah, check that what is there? Stickers probably on this one. Check that the stickers are cut. And then place the box back in the middle of the table. Yeah, so tonight it's the 50 plus club. So these are the people who haven't yet got 6 first attempts under 50 minutes, but are working hard, are training hard to advance. Some may have just got their 6th sub 50 time, in which case they're still allowed to do all the ones that they have in their possession, but then the next time they would have to go for the competitions that's for everybody or for the sub 50s. Yes, actually, that reminds me, I see a poster on someone's table. Yes, if you want to take the poster out, you can. It's roughly the same size as the box. Because on the box there is a bit of a logo, and then there's also some pieces that are taken out in the top corner. Okay, but that looks like we are ready to go. So we have 88 people registered and about 90 in the call. So that sounds about right. If you haven't registered yet, please go and do that now. Okay, let's do a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Puzzle, everybody.
Yay! Good
Good
luck.
luck, everyone. So Michelle has already said that tonight we have an Ibu.
Ooh.
What do you think about Ibu puzzles, Isa? Have you had any luck to do any of them before?
Yes, I have done a few. I kind of have the pieces for me feel a little bit maybe too sturdy or something. Like having the fit is a little bit, you have to give a little bit more pressure. But I do think the images are very beautiful, and I enjoy round puzzles. So yeah.
I also enjoy round puzzles very much. I also like that with this one you have 4 center pieces, so it's not like with the Ravensburger circle puzzles that you have the one wonky weird, but you have like 4 things, so it goes into like 4 slices like a pizza.
Yeah, very satisfying.
It's very satisfying to find those. And also this image is a joy to puzzle. So I have had the luck to do this puzzle already. My time was 42:52.
Really good.
I enjoyed it very, very much. And I did use colors a little bit on this one.
Yes.
But the good thing is that there is no gradient in here, which helps me a lot. So it's more of a busy puzzle in the sense that you can like go animal by animal, but you can also sort by background color.
Yeah,
and
because
that
that's
can help you a lot.
Yeah, that's the first thing that I kind of noticed, that there's some sections of background colors that can help you, while puzzling. And the edge does seem, maybe, is there text on it? Maybe that's a little bit more challenging.
Yes. It didn't help me.
No.
I can tell you. So there's quotes on the edge, which are very, very nice. That was actually for me the hardest part. I left that for the very end.
Yeah.
I also had some false fits around the edge, which was weird. So I had to figure those out. But other than that, it's still doable because a lot of the edge pieces also have a little bit of the color on them. So you can kind of navigate it.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad, but it's also trickier than it looks. It also has slight color variations. So there's light blue, dark blue.
Oh, that's helpful.
That can also help you a little bit.
And are the images, they're all nature, and then the categories are, I think, like ocean and insects, maybe?
Well, you've basically got like bacteria. And like in the very middle, you literally have like, bacteria and archaeans. Then you have like algae and mold, and what else do we have here? All kinds of like tiny life form, planktons and such. Then basically whatever is like this yellow background color, that's like I wanted to say vertebrates, but not just vertebrates.
No.
Because there's also like jellyfish and flatworms and tardigrades, which are really cool. But also there's a tiger and birds. So there's everything over there. So that's basically animals. I just realized that's the word that I was looking for. That's animals. Then you've got the plants with the green background, and you've got fungus with the brown background.
And do you feel like I would consider this a busy puzzle?
I consider this an easy busy puzzle as well.
Okay. Because of the
second, not the super busy. You can find certain animals and certain life forms very, very easily. Like the tiger was, for example, one that stood out to me very, very much already in the beginning. But also there was like the middle, the blue is very easy to get, especially if you start in the middle. You can kind of like grow from there. interestingly, the mushrooms as well. So those you can see very well. Those are also two smaller sections that are easier to find. And then
Yeah,
the rest is just trying to figure it out as well as
feel like
possible.
maybe on the bigger sections, if you want to start pick and placing, it might be a little bit more difficult because it's a round puzzle. So sometimes your mind kind of tricks you on where it's supposed to go. So that could maybe be a little bit of a difficult element to this one, I think.
Definitely. And I'm also going to take a look at who we have on screen today already. Because, of course, we have representatives of the 50 Plus Club, and we are already 4.5 minutes in. And we've got Alex and Alexandra, Amanda, Amy, Anna, and Ananya on screen right now. Basically through with flipping at this stage, which is like 5 minutes in already a good
I do.
good time for a large, especially a larger piece circle puzzle.
Yeah, I think most of the people are going for blues, it seems, which makes sense because it's the center. And also some edges are already being made. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are some brave souls who are going immediately for the edge.
Yeah.
It can very well make sense for people to do that because, like, you're not that used to circles. I don't know if you do this, but like for a circle, you don't necessarily know how big it's going to be.
Exactly. Space management. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially if maybe you haven't done an EBU circle, then you also don't really know how big it's going to be. So that's a smart choice, I think.
Yes, exactly. And we have some new people on screen. So we have, now I also have the site open so I can actually say the countries, which I didn't have before. So we have Anya from Germany, then Anna from Poland, Anna Sophie from Denmark, Annika also from Denmark, Arina from Germany, and Asma from India.
It's cool, all the different countries.
It's also very evident to take out the edge immediately. I can see that. So there's a lot of people. And also here we have 3 people already working on the edge. Then it also seems like Anna Sophie on the top right is already sorting a good bit or is going with the blue as far as I can see.
Yeah, the center.
Yes. Also working on a round puzzle on a round table, which is always
That's fine.
nice thing to see.
But maybe it gives you less space left, though, I think, maybe.
I think so.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, I was at a puzzle event, and I was doing a puzzle on a round table. It was not a round puzzle, but it was a round table, and it was actually pretty hard because the biggest surface is far away from you.
Yeah. And managing moving piece I still do that, which wastes time, but moving pieces like along the side of your puzzle, it's more difficult on a round table, I think, depending on how big it is, of course. But
yes. Ooh, I'm also trying to navigate all my screens here, but we have already had some really good answers to the questions, and I think I'm going to read out Asma's. Anything bright first, but if I can, I'll do a blue, teal, or red first. So we have another one going for red. I think I have heard it already somewhere that people tend to go for red. Also, that's why traffic lights are red, because you notice it very, very easily.
oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I go for red if it's like a small section, then I'll grab it first. But if it's a bigger part, then especially if it's like multiple pieces of one color, then that just makes me nervous. I won't go for red if it's a bigger piece.
It's easier to go for the vivid colors, and like Asma is writing in her answer as well. She also says that like I leave dull colors for the end or for later, which are like the not really exciting ones to find. So
People seem to be, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, people are excited about around EBU on the chat in the live stream, which is fun.
I can understand why. I like EBUs very much in general. Like the brand itself, I like very much. And the circles especially, because they are always very, very charming puzzles.
Yeah, and they have quite a few of them, I think. Quite a big selection. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Then we've got Barbara from Germany on the top left. Then we have Birgit from Germany as well. Then, as far as I can see, Karine from Norway. Then Carla from Portugal. Also Carla from Germany. And Kat from the United States. And I have seen on Instagram that she had a close call making it with the train for tonight's EJJ, but apparently she made it.
That would make me so nervous. To
Well,
calm
the
your
thing is,
nerves.
with a lot of competitors from Germany, there's a long story of people
Yeah.
trying to make the EJJ with the train.
Yeah, this is true.
Always an exciting call.
I see that. Oh, I'm having difficulty seeing her name. Sorry. She has the whole middle section, like, oh, quite a few of the whole middle section, like, fairly far done.
Oh yeah, Karina
Wow.
and also Carla. So both of them are working on the blue section. It's looking really good. That blue comes together pretty quickly. The only thing that is really tricky about it is that it's not centered. So it has like a bigger blob on like one side. So to navigate or to coordinate yourself is a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I saw Carla just go like she has an orange piece that connects to the blue and she had to like move it over. Like you can see her thinking like, wait a minute, it goes all the way over here. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's looking really good. Also, we're seeing Katrin on screen already, and she's also going with the blue. I think we're going to see a lot of people going with the blues first.
Yeah, which is a smart choice, I think.
Yeah, I think I also started with that one.
Yeah,
as
I think
far as I can
it's a
remember.
pretty bright color, I think. So I can assume it stands out between all the other pieces as well.
Yeah, it definitely does. Especially once you have taken out the edge during the flip, then you really only have like maybe 15, 20 pieces of blue, and then you're pretty much done. So it's quite easy to pick out. So we're looking at a new round of competitors here. And we've got Katrin from Germany, Katrina from Ireland. Then we have Christina from Germany, Claire from South Africa, then Christina from Italy, and Danielle from the Netherlands. And Christina is having a nice big chunk of the edge already done. And everyone else seems to be working on the blue.
Well, technically, she is also working on blue, just
that
in
is
a different way.
That is definitely true. I don't consider the edge that blue. I literally, like, as soon as I saw that it was just one ribbon going around the entire puzzle, I just like sorted it in the beginning and just threw it onto a board on the side, and it stopped existing in my head.
I'll get back to it. What do you think the next section will be? That like maybe the brown part with the mushrooms on it?
If it's anything like what I was doing, then yes, the brown. I also the tiger kept distracting me because somehow the tiger is very, very visible. It also has, like, since we're talking about colors, it has this very bright orange color. Or another thing that was very easy to take out is the pinks. So there's a very pink jellyfish and a very pink flatworm, and also a prawn, which are all like very pink, and they also can be sorted very, very easily. So that might also be something that people go for.
Yeah,
so
we might see some like islands forming. Oh, well, yeah.
Exactly.
Like Esther is doing, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. So we're going to take a look at the next round of our competitors. We've got Domi from Poland, Dora from Switzerland, Ekaterina from Russia. Then we have Esther from Germany, Eveli from Estonia, and Fanny from Hungary. And Fanny also seems to be working on the blues over there, but we're also seeing Esther doing, like, she's doing amazing there.
Yeah.
And that's definitely some islands.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe she did go for like more reddish, pinkish colors first, and then is now doing the blue in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those pinks do stand out, and I think that shows on Esther's screen of like how much they stand out because there's also not that many of them, especially the little flatworm, which is like a very cute little thing.
I like how you think a flatworm is like really cute.
That image is really, really very cute. So
Okay.
I'm going to try and show it from up close. So it's like very pink and very cute.
Like
Yeah,
a pink blob.
so that one is very nice. And there's also like in the center there's something very pink, which is an Archeans. I don't know I don't know this English word, but it's an Archaeans.
No, never heard of it.
It's some
That's
kind of few cell for life form. I don't want to say anything silly, but looks like a worm.
The jellyfish looks kind of pretty too.
Yes, the jellyfish is very pretty. The drawings are nice. Like
Yeah,
it's
looks
a really,
nice
really pretty puzzle.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Actually, my puzzle partner is puzzling today, so I'm hoping I can borrow it from her, of course.
Ooh, well, hopefully. Yeah. Well, what do you think you would go for first in this one?
Most
Just from
likely,
seeing this much of the image.
yeah, most likely blue. I think I'd leave the edge. I'm a little bit chaotic when puzzling, so I'd probably start grabbing like the pinkish and maybe the lighter blues from the shark and the coral. I'd probably leave all of the foliage for the end, all of the green for the
That's
end.
exactly what I did as well. It's actually not that bad. So, like, yes, I left the greens for the very end, but once you're there, you can very clearly see the different kind of plants
Yeah,
that you're going to be working with. So you can actually recognize it very well. And then one big good thing about this puzzle is that also there's, I think, practically no pieces that don't have something on them.
oh, that's great.
It's just color. So even if you have gaps at the very end, you don't have anything to get stuck on.
Yeah, and I guess the lettering on the foliage, like the words, is maybe also helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's go on with our competitors in the meantime. We've got Fortini from Cyprus, Finn from Germany, then Gavin from the UK, Georgina from the UK, then Hannah from the United States, and Helen from the UK. So we have a UK heavy screen right now.
Yeah. And Finn kind of tripped me up for a second because I was like, oh, wow, he has like all of the edge done, but he has tapes. I think he's probably practicing space management. So he has the table taped. So yeah.
Yeah, it is actually really fun to see that with worlds getting closer and closer, there's more people with tapes on their table.
Yeah. And then a round puzzle, did you go to Worlds last year? Is a round puzzle then more difficult to practice maybe on with like a smaller space? Yeah.
Yes, but the thing is, the way I went into Worlds is I was thinking that I'm only going to do a round puzzle if I absolutely have to. So once I realized that the system is going to be either like round or rectangular, then I was saying unless the rectangular is a really, really bad puzzle, I'm just going to go for the rectangle and not the circle, whatever is happening, because I'm not that big of a fan of Ravensburger circle puzzles. As much as I like Gibson's or Ibu for round puzzles.
I'm just gonna sorry, I just got the message. Gavin was actually puzzling from his caravan, which is also space management, I think.
Well,
Yeah,
it might be also good Worlds practice.
Yeah, true.
And I'm not sure if he's going to Worlds, but if he does, that's also good practice.
Yes.
Ooh, we're seeing a full edge over there. Someone is done with the full edge, but also the middle is growing. So, my eyes. So, we've got Ilona from Germany, Irma from Switzerland, then we have Jenny from the Netherlands, then Jessica from the US, then Jim from the Netherlands, and Joan from the United States. So
Yeah,
now
the edge really shows you how big the puzzle's going to be then, I guess. And that's actually my puzzle partner, if I can just do a shout out to her, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You can always give a special shout out. So yes, the having the edge might actually also help you a lot with positioning the
Mm.
animals, because once you have those, then there's a lot of animals that obviously connect to the edge, and
Yeah,
you can also grow from the outside
from the
in.
outside in, yeah. And
Yeah.
I see Ilona has like a lot of like animals assembled. I think she went for the orange pinks.
Yes, it looks like that.
So
And she's also doing like a complete like dead reckoning, because I can see a lot of the animals already, and
yeah,
probably they're going to grow together at one point. It's looking
does-
good. I like that kind of solving.
it does look like she has positioned them like in the like area that she thinks it's gonna be eventually, which is a good move.
Yeah, it looks really impressive. I like that.
Oh, Joan also has tape. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with getting closer and closer to Worlds, we're going to be able to tell who is actually going or who is practicing very seriously.
Yeah.
Looking good, looking good. Also, there's a little bit of more thorough sort. You can see it there on Joan's screen, the entire like blue edge just on the side. That's exactly what I did. That's a very good example.
And using trays. I don't really do that, but yeah, sometimes I wonder if that's like if it would help me to put it just on a tray, because I noticed that sometimes you're like moving all of the edge pieces to, and it takes time instead of just moving a tray. I think you use a tray, don't you?
Yes,
Yes.
I became a huge believer in trays. I used to avoid them very much, and then once I got used to it, like there was I think like a week and a half when I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a try, and then I became a complete tray convert. now I get like very happy if I don't have them. But interestingly, like edge pieces I very rarely put on a tray.
Oh.
So edge pieces I put on the side because I'm going to lay them out anyway, and the trays are not big enough for them. I use them for sorting mostly and to like organize my brain. And it works pretty well. So I'm a very big believer in
I'll have to
trays.
try it, I guess.
Exactly. Ooh, that's also a very nice finished edge. What's really good with this is that like you're definitely going to find all the edge pieces because they stand out so much because of the blue.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we've got Judith from Germany, then Camilla from Poland, then Karen from the United States, and I'm just checking. Also Karen from the US, then Kat from Germany, and Kenneth from Denmark.
We have a cat visiting also on the puzzle.
Oh, there's a cat.
Maybe
Well,
she wants to check out the tiger and see that everything's safe.
Whoever is playing the EJJ bingo with a pet or a cat turning up
Oh,
on the
yeah.
table now can cross that off of their bingo. And also that cat is enjoying themselves.
Taking center stage over here.
Adorable. But it's also I very much respect people. Oh, there the cat goes.
Yeah, it's done. Off the table.
But I also very much respect puzzle people who have cats that they can just be sometimes like completely unbothered.
Yeah.
Do you have any pets?
No, I don't actually. No.
No.
Oh, none.
Ooh, how come?
Yeah, I used to have a dog, and when my boyfriend and I moved in together, we decided before that I was going to give her up for adoption. And yeah, with his young daughter, it wasn't a good mix. And now
Mhm.
we're like, well, we don't know if we want any more pets. He would love a cat though, but yeah, I'm more a dog person than a cat person. So
Yeah, I get that. It's sometimes also hard to manage with like as soon as you have the animals, it's like much more difficult to like navigate life and schedule.
yes. Yeah, you have to always be home in the evening and stuff. Yeah.
That is definitely true. Okay, moving on. We have Kim from the Netherlands. Then we've got Kira from Lithuania, Crystal from Estonia, Kurt from the United States, then Laura from the UK, and Lydia from Italy.
I like Kira's mascot. I like dragons and fantasy things, so that makes me happy.
Oh, there. I see. Isn't that a dinosaur?
Is it a dinosaur? Oh, I'm sorry.
I think it might be a triceratops, but I don't see a horn on the nose. Also, we haven't really been watching what people have answered to the questions. So I'm going to read out Kurt's response because he is a gradient enjoyer. Picking a favorite is very tough. I would say I tend to start with blue the most and end up finishing with red.
Okay. That's interesting because from what my really short science experiment or research I did, apparently blue and red are like in the same wavelength spectrum. So it's interesting that he'll start in the same wavelength, but then end in it as well instead of like doing blue and red first. So interesting.
Oh, yes. I have also been seeing that Lydia had like also a very interesting table arrangement, and it was like a huge table and she was moving around there everywhere with the pieces spread out very, very comfortably.
I'm wondering like if that gives her like more, if she can visually have like see more, if that helps her, if it's more like spread out a little bit.
It could be. Like there are some people who like to like spread out with their puzzles. Tobias Primer is one of the best examples of that. He's always like spread out.
Yeah, but sometimes it's helpful if like, especially if certain shades are like similar and they're really close together, then you tend to not really see them very well, I think. Yeah. It seems like almost everybody's finished the middle so far. And now the browns, yeah.
Oh yeah. And also Magritte's puzzle is looking amazing. Like that, it's basically going like a pizza slice.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on with our participants again. We have Lorelei from Norway, Loretta from Ireland, then Madeline from Switzerland, Magritte from South Africa, Marika from Germany. Is that possible? And no, I think she's not there. Then we have Margit from Germany. And I can't see who that is on screen.
In the
Bottom right, I can't read out. Unfortunately.
Is it letters are small.
Well, but looking very good with the island approach there. So there's a lot of animals that are already taking shape, and basically they're filling in pretty much the dead space between the animals right now.
I'm wondering if we're going to see kind of like a sort coming between greens and the more yellowish backgrounds, if people are going to separate them or if they're just going to start grabbing animals that or foliage that attracts them. Like, are they going to do an extra sort or not?
Oh, I've got intel that it's Sanna from Finland on the bottom right.
Yeah.
Yes. So looking very, very good here as well. Also, we haven't started making guesses for finishing times.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. It's not my strong part, I think.
Well, more like Jim has also been asking in the comments of wondering if there's anyone going to be graduating today. What do you think about that?
Yes, I think so. I think a few will be under the 50 mark. I think so. And then depending on how many they've already finished, of course, they'll graduate. There's also like, I don't know if it's a good question, but does everybody want to graduate? Like, I'm getting nervous. I think I have like one more and then I graduate and I'm like, I don't think I want to be there yet.
Yeah, it's a big stepping stone, because I think once you like get out of the 50 plus club, then you're going to be sitting in like the high 40s for a good while, and then it again takes so long to get down from there.
Yeah.
So there have been people who have been saying that they don't want to graduate yet.
Yeah, same.
It's still
Oh,
it's a good achievement.
that's true. That is definitely.
So we're moving on with, I think that's Marike as who I can see. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Marike from Germany on the top left. Then we have Maria TB from
Sweden, I think.
yes, Sweden. Then Marina from Sweden as well. Then Marlene from the Netherlands. Then another Marlene. No. She's
Marley. Oh,
registered twice here. Then Marta.
Marta. Yeah.
No, I can't see Marta. Mate from Norway. Then Mia from Finland. Yeah, I can see in one of the comments. I would never graduate. The question is whether they think they just don't want to, or that they think they will not graduate.
that's
which I
true.
think it depends on practice.
Yeah, and it can sneak up on you. Like some of those puzzles, like all of a sudden you're there. Like, oh.
Yes. I also think this puzzle is a very good like graduation
Mhm.
puzzle because it can go really fast.
Yeah. Yeah. And I see that Marika actually, am I saying? Oh, Marijke like started with the oranges and is now doing the blue. And she has the full edge already done.
Yes, exactly.
Which also
Looking
at the
good.
end, sometimes it's also nice that you don't, like I've had that before. I finished a puzzle and I was like, oh yay, I finished it. And I'm like, oh no, wait a minute. I have all these edge pieces still lying over there. I still have to do those.
Yes. And then with the circle puzzle, the edge can be like very annoying because it's like all around.
Yeah. What I do enjoy is like I'll like turn the puzzle. I'll just like I won't be going at the other side of the puzzle anymore. I'll just be turning it. Like where do the pieces go? And that's nice with a round puzzle though.
I'm not systematic enough for that. So I basically just like grab all around, which is not
Whatever
necessarily
is
good
good,
because
yeah.
I probably lose a lot of time with that. We're also over 30 minutes at this point.
Wow.
So whoever wants to finish in the sub 50s still has 20 minutes to finish their
Yes.
puzzle.
It's very I think quite a few. Yeah, I'm thinking it'll be under 50.
I also think so. And we've got some lovely edges on the top row. So from Miriam from Germany, then Nadine from Germany, Nadja from Germany. So the Germans have been have been doing the edges on the top row. Then we have Natalie also from Germany, but not doing the edge. Then Nina from Slovenia and Nora from Finland. And that is one very well located puzzle table right next to the window.
Just thinking that that's some good natural light over there. Yeah. Although you said in Norway, right? So in
Finland.
Finland. In the winter, it's not very helpful anymore because it's so soon there. Yeah.
They probably can make use of that beautiful daylight very much. But still, it's a very well located one. For the summers, it's perfect.
Yes.
Looking good, everyone. It also seems like people are closing in. So, like some people that I am seeing around here are already going in for like the last third of the puzzle. So a lot of people are over halfway done, which is looking very good here.
Yeah, it's very far. She's doing good job. Good job. Everybody's doing good job.
We don't have we didn't have that many people who answered the question from this latest batch, but I'm going to read out Marta B's answer, who is saying that she usually starts with the pink and pinkish colors. It's actually not her favorite color, but it seems to shine the most from a pile of pieces. And for later, it's usually green and yellow. And if they are not small sections, and therefore they are very shiny among the pieces.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I like the description of like shiny, like that's how she perceives them, of being like shiny pieces, that they jump out. Cool.
Yeah, that like they draw attention very much.
Yeah.
I like that.
Wow, it's really in shape. Wow.
Then we've got Pia on the top left corner. She actually also answered the question and says that she usually does bright colors like yellow, red, or pink, and then usually end with blues and browns. But this time I can see that it was different.
Yes.
Here it stands out way more, that blue. Then, so Pia was from Germany. Then we've got Rena, also from Germany. We have Richard from Belgium, Rika from Denmark. Then we have Ruth from Switzerland. And we had Sanna earlier, or not, but we have Sanna from Finland.
And it seems, I think Rena is one of the few who's maybe has the green part already done.
Yes, that's actually a very good observation. True. We
So
like
maybe-
an underdog who starts with
Yeah.
the weird colors.
Yeah, so maybe green is for her like more of an attraction that she goes for the greens.
It
And
could
she's
be.
hiding some of the animals already, like under her arms. You can see the orange and the pink animals are also already done. So
Yes, exactly. Those are the little islands. But also, it's that thing that I was saying. That tiger really stands out. So you can pretty much see that tiger come together on like pretty much every table already, I think.
yeah, this is going very good.
This
Yeah.
is going very well. And I think we're getting very close to finishing the alphabet, actually. We don't have that many people left. Question is, are we going to make it before someone is finished?
Oh, it's a
Mm.
race.
It is always a race.
Yeah, that's true.
And especially now, the 50 plus club is also getting faster and faster. So who knows? But we have Sara from Slovenia, Celia from Norway, Sylvia from Germany, Sophie from Austria, Stina from Norway, and Silke from Belgium. And we also have a very big green section done
Yeah.
on Stina's table.
He makes a good point, actually. He says maybe the greens are more of a texture game rather than just the color because of the
Ooh, yeah.
foliage, different textures, I think. Yeah, that's true. That could be a thing too.
Mm-hmm. And actually, I like that Celia wrote as her answer that she's often the odd one out. She usually takes the odd one out, or purple, pink, and green. So, yeah, true to the answer, green.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Like doing something different than most people. Well, if it works for you, then you're doing a great job.
Definitely. That's also one of the beauties of speed puzzling, that you can pretty much go around with whatever you feel comfortable with on a puzzle. Yeah. So there's no one way to do the puzzles.
No. I think that's also difficult. Like when people obviously ask like, oh, do you always do the edge first? Like, no, not all the time. But it's difficult to like explain what you go for because you go for what works for you or like what stands out for you. And that's different for everybody. So yeah.
Ooh, Jim is saying might be a texture game in the greens rather than just color play. That's what you were reading out before.
Yeah.
I actually don't really think that because, like, again, I'm just going to put it up here. So there's not that many textures. So the green itself is just green, and then you have the individual elements. So I wouldn't classify these as texture if I move it over here.
And aren't the leaves, the way they've been drawn, they're different though. I feel like
they are
not texture, but they are like you can definitely see differences within the green foliage. So
well, I consider them more like individual elements here rather than texture because they also have very distinctly different colors, the different plants. But
texture maybe feels like it should be like a bigger block maybe, or like yeah.
Oh, and at 38 minutes, we have reached the end of the alphabet.
Yay!
So we've got Ulrike from Germany, Undine from Latvia, then Wendy from the United States, and Zenita from India.
Wendy's kind of keeping us guessing because she has the poster on her puzzle, so we can't really judge how far she is because I don't see any blue pieces and there seems to be few pieces on the table, but yeah, she's hiding from us.
Hiding. Not that much. I can see a little bit. Also, the Wendy has the poster on top of the puzzle, I
Yeah.
think.
Exactly.
Well, it's also a good strategy to like cover up whatever you have done already, and then you can just focus on the one thing. That's also another reason why a board can sometimes be very useful.
Ah, yes.
If you get used to it, like you actually have to learn to trust it that you have only placed the board on top of something that doesn't have a piece on it anymore, so you can really like zone it out. Because in the beginning, for example, I kept checking underneath the board.
Yeah. Am I sure? Am I missing something? Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And yes, everyone is doing incredible. So now that we have reached the alphabet, Michelle is going to pull out our front runners who are looking like they are about to be finished or very close to finishing. So for now, we have I think that's Kiara or Carla. I can't exactly see the name, but we have also Karina, Madeline, Sophie. And basically they have about a third of the puzzle done. And then top right, Madeline basically is finishing up the greens, and then it's just Edge. It looks like we have a very clear front runner at this point. Running away with it and definitely having a sub 50 on this.
Yes. Yeah. Although I can imagine like maybe it's a mind game doing the edge at the end because it also feels a little bit like, oh, this is going to be like a complicated part and where does it go? And if you said you had a few false fits, then that can trip someone up a little bit. So but she's quite ahead. I think she has this. Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to see if she chokes on it or not, but I don't think so. I'm very confident. It's looking amazing.
Yeah. Someone in the chat says people with cats on the puzzle should get a deduction of 5 minutes since they bring more cuteness to the live.
I like that. But then pretty much if that would be something that is possible, then I would keep putting my dachshund on top of the table as well. just for the minus 5 minutes. Or people would start borrowing animals just to have them on the table.
Yes. I'm getting a cat. Why? Well, then I'll be quicker at the age of Jays.
And Madeline is onto the edge. Madeline is onto the edge.
Very cool.
Looking very, very good. I'm going to try and pull her screen up on my screen as well, but usually my meeting doesn't like that. Because we do see the live stream with a little bit of a delay, so it's actually a little bit ahead, but it seems like Madeline's pieces are just flying in.
And she is like turning the puzzle as she's going.
It's so satisfying to see. It's like a pizza.
Yeah. And it's smart because for me, it also feels like it goes faster if you just turn it, because then you can use your dominant hand in a shorter space than going to the other side of the puzzle.
Yes, I agree with that. But also we see Anna Sophie pulling up very close behind. She also has the exact same approach. So basically filling in the last gaps in the puzzle, and then the edge is completely on the side, but a little bit behind Madeline. I think Madeline has this now. It's also looking really, really good how she's spinning the puzzle. I'm enjoying it.
And do you feel like, do you read anything of the edge? Like when you're doing this, I feel it's just shapes, right? We're not reading.
No, the only reason that I started reading the edge was because of the false fits, and I was like, that letter doesn't line up.
Yeah.
But I actually still don't know what is written on the edge. So, Edward O. Wilson, this is the assembly of life that took 1 billion years to evolve. It has eaten the storms, folded them into genes, and created the world that created us.
Wow.
It holds something world steady.
It holds world something.
The something is covered by the
logo,
by the 500. So yes, go Madeline. It's also one good approach for the edge was actually to have like the little teeth of the pieces that have still some color on them. I pulled them out earlier to be able to line them to the appropriate color,
Color, yeah.
because that also kind of restricted what the other pieces are going to be afterwards. So I was filling in those gaps. I'm just enjoying looking at how the puzzle is being rotated. It looks so good.
And I think with 6.5 minutes, did I do that correctly? Yeah, we might have like a few people. Well, we don't know how like if they're going to graduate, how many under 50s they've had, but could be.
Could be. Well, we're going to ask if Madeline is up for an interview afterwards.
Yes.
We're going to find out.
Did you graduate?
So we're at 44.5 minutes. So that it's definitely going to be under 50. It's very, very close. But then Anna Sophie is getting in for the edge as well, as far as I can see. I think that's only the edges left now. So it's basically just pizzaing away.
Yes. This will be the new term. Maybe we can ask Jim to add that one to the pizzaing away.
The thing is, I do know, like, Mari likes to play puzzle pizza, which is a slightly different thing when you throw it up and you try to like
oh yes, I've seen her do that. Yeah.
So that's puzzle pizza, but this is like on table puzzle pizza.
Yeah.
And we've got some more people closing in for the edge. Oh no, Carla's one piece fell down, but got it.
Okay, oh good.
Got it. I was looking at like, oh my god, she suddenly disappeared, but no, there she is.
Oh yeah, maybe it's like also like the nerves, knowing that you're getting under the 50, and then hands start shaking a little bit. It seems like more of them fell down. Okay.
Not just that, I think like with especially I'm not sure how much you experience this in speed puzzling, but like with the last 10, 20 pieces, I always get like the shaky hands because I know it's so close to the end and I want to do it fast because like you're supposed to be faster on the end.
Yeah. I think the thing I tell myself most when I'm puzzling is just look. Like sometimes you're doing something, but you're not actually looking at the pieces. So I tell myself often, I'm just look at the pieces. What are you doing? But I also feel like having the puzzle being able to pizza, it seems like he's maybe Carla is also moving it like on the edge of the table. So that's
and
like
Madeline
kind of
is done.
Yay, congratulations.
And very closely followed by actually Georgina was first, slipped in with 46.11, and then we have Madeline on 46.28 as second.
Congratulations to them both. Good job.
Oh, that's wow. Amazing. Georgina completely went under the radar, but wow. Really? With just like 15 seconds difference. So wow, congratulations. And we have Carla and Anna Sophie both pulling in for the last couple of pieces. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very, very close top 10, I think. And we've got Nina on third place, 46.9. Incredible. Amazingly done. Ooh. My Google Meet is kind of getting stuck here now. But also Finn is closing in on the last couple of pieces. Also just working on it looks so cool with everyone working on the edge. And Anna Sophie is also done.
Oh, congratulations.
From Denmark. So we've got a very international podium today. We have the UK on first place, then Switzerland second, Slovenia third, and Denmark fourth. And we've got 5. Carla from Portugal, 47.46.
Wow, very close.
Congratulations, everyone. Especially with the drop pieces on Carla's table. That was very nice. Very nicely saved. 5th place. And here as well, just a 20-second difference. So top 10 is going to be super close. Now it's really about who can pizza the fastest.
Pizza the fastest.
Because so far I can't so anyone who has done the edge so far, we haven't seen completed edges yet.
No, I was just thinking the same thing. So far everybody is ending on the edge. Yeah.
So far, yes. And I wonder if if you could see a kind of difference with it, that in the beginning the edge eats up too much time to follow the words. But
Yeah,
I'm not
maybe.
sure because we don't have evidence on this.
No.
The only thing that I can imagine is that if I had to do the edge on this first, I would probably struggle way more in the beginning.
Yeah. It's difficult because sometimes the edge like will help you, so you want to have the edge done, but it's maybe not always the best choice if it's so similar. And I feel edges with text on them are quite difficult. Like you think you can like read it out, but it doesn't work that way when you're puzzling.
And closing in, we've got a lot of people coming in for the last couple of pieces.
Yeah, we still have like 1.5 minutes under 50, so
Yes, we are
Plenty.
going to have a couple of people done because we've got, Sarah from Slovenia on 6, then Maria from Sweden, Finn from Germany, and Pia from Germany. And the last 4 people have finished like 49:20, then 49:27, then 29, then 38, then now 49:52. Sophie from Austria on place
Yay.
10, and 11 Ruth. There's so many finishers coming in all at the same time. So we're getting a huge wave of finishers, and these are all still sub 50. Ruth also got a sub 50 with 49:59.
Oh, that's so awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
Or maybe
So we
not.
have
Maybe
the
she
top
didn't want
11
it.
under 50.
Maybe she didn't want to have under 50, but
Too
Great
late
job.
now. Too late now. Ooh, looking amazing. So we've got a very quickly filled up top 10. Basically, between first and 11th, we have just 3 minutes. That's close.
yeah, very close.
And we've got Margit with 50:48 on place 12. So from now on, we're going to have a lot of finishers coming in. You can also see on the screen that there's a lot of people closing in on those edges. And I'm still trying to watch out for someone who is finishing on not the edge.
On that edge, yeah. Yeah, I'm
But
trying
it kind of fills in as you're working on the puzzle.
I wonder, because you said also the edge had like different coloring in it, if maybe people did parts of the edge, but not all of it, like recognizing, I see like a brighter blue, if maybe they just did the brighter blue and the purple edge and then left the rest.
That
Like-
is also possible. I haven't seen that yet.
No,
I
not
haven't seen
really.
that though. So I don't know. I think whoever went for the edge went for the edge
Yeah.
for real.
We really went for
Because
it.
if
Yeah.
you commit, then it's very hard to give up. But I do see Natalie, for example, who has parts of the edge, for example, and is working on the yellow right now. I don't think she's visible on screen right now, but like I see her on my own little screen here. So there are some people working on here, but also finishes are just sliding in. We have our top 15 already.
Wow.
Our latest finisher was, just as I'm about to finish my sentence, there's another one. We've got Jessica from the US on place 16. 52:15. Amazing times, everyone.
Sorry, I'm not really keeping up because I have to keep on refreshing pages and stuff. So yeah.
That is fine. That is fine. I'm keeping up as much
You're
as
doing
I
a
can.
good job. You're doing a great job.
I'm already checking if our first place finisher wanted to stay for an interview or is up for staying for an interview. I'm going to ask. I am trying to see on screen as well. We have yet another finisher, this time from Denmark, place 17.
Oh,
I'm going to take a look if Georgina is still here.
because she sneaked in
As
with
far
first
as I can
place.
see, she is. So if Georgina, you're still here, you can turn on your camera and microphone, and we would love to chat to you.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
congratulations.
Thank you.
You
Wasn't
slipped
expecting
under
that.
the radar a bit. We didn't see you on screen until you were actually finished.
Okay.
Congratulations. How did
Thank
you
you very
enjoy
much.
the puzzle?
I really enjoyed it. It's like my favorite type of puzzle, very graphic, lots of colors to pick out. Really enjoyed it.
And the
What was
fact
your
that
strategy?
I started doing it and certain colors were popping out at me, so started putting this together. I don't know if there was much strategy to it.
and the fact that it was a round puzzle, do you like that or is it more challenging?
I don't mind. It's funny, the only other EJJ I've ever done, I pulled it out, this other Ebu round puzzle. And I've done it quite a few times, so I think that probably helped. I knew the piece cut a little bit. I do like a round puzzle. I think it's harder, but I do enjoy them.
And you also started with the blue, I think.
Yeah, the blue and the pinks, weirdly. So I did the little pink bit in the middle, and then also like the jellyfish and this is what's called the flatworm at the top.
Yeah.
And the little flowers.
And so you were saying, was that your only other EJJ?
Yeah, so this is my second EJJ ever.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Then tell us a little bit about yourself, of how you ended up here, of like how you found the EJJ or how you started puzzling, whichever you want to start with.
I'll start with puzzling. I've pretty much been puzzling like since I can remember, very much like puzzles doing like when I was younger. I think like most people, I got into speed puzzling through Karen Puzzles. Came up on my YouTube one day and I was like, oh, this is a thing. Let me try that out. And then yeah, I don't know. I just started searching for competitions and the EJJ came up. So it was my first competition I did. Like end of last year, I think.
Fun. And do you like doing it online or like have you done a live a competition as well?
Yeah, I've done a couple of live. I think there are plus points to both. You know, I can control my conditions here, which helps. But I did the Ravensburger competition in Cardiff in February this year, which was run by the UK JPA. But I live in Cardiff, so it was nice and local. But yeah, I don't know. I like both.
Do you think it affects how you puzzle, whether you're at a live event or online?
Maybe a little bit. I think I'm guilty of looking at the person next to me and being like, oh no, they're doing this or they're this much through. Whereas I think I find it quite easy to like zone out of what's going on screen in comparison. So it probably helps because I just, focus on what I'm doing.
And do you think like a live competition, maybe there's a little bit more nerves, but that can sometimes also help you like to focus? Do you feel that, or does like it put you off feeling maybe a little bit more nervous?
I think it helps. I think the adrenaline helps. I just checked and this was my personal best first time solve of a puzzle. So I'll say it helps.
Nice. Good.
Well, very well done then. That's an awesome yeah.
Then I think I might have missed it. Was this also your first sub 50 or have you already been doing some sub 50s before?
I've had one other sub 50 first time and like two other puzzles that I've managed to get under there with a bit of practice. So
yeah, that's amazing. That's pretty cool already. But then you also haven't, like, how long have you been speed puzzling?
Probably, well, like 2 years, but I only started taking it seriously like a year ago. So not very long.
Yeah, that's incredible improvement for that.
Yeah. And are there other competitions you're planning on going to maybe this year or next year?
The only other one I've got booked is another EJJ in a couple of months. So I don't know. I'll see if there's any others.
And do you practice a lot or?
I try to. I've got quite a small flat, so I have quite a limited puzzle collection here. So I end up redoing the same puzzles a lot of times. But yeah.
Oh, that's often good practice, though, redoing puzzles.
Yeah.
And the
And then if
puzzles
you're
are not the puzzles are
ahead.
not taking over your apartment yet. You're being
Not-
strict with yourself.
Not yet.
And then if you're puzzling just for like the sake of it, just for enjoyment, then what kind of puzzles do you reach for?
Probably quite similar to this. I like graphic illustration kind of puzzles, lots of bright colours. Easy to kind of sort out a bit and then do it, rather than like picking and placing lots of busy pieces.
And are there puzzles you find more challenging that you're like that you think about practicing, or?
I think kind of the opposite I find more challenging. I don't know if I'm thinking about practicing them, but maybe I should, like, photo images, that kind of thing.
Sometimes we also like maybe don't want to repeat puzzles we didn't really enjoy.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, at first it also might be like a little bit more motivating to like do the easier puzzles, because then you feel faster. At least that's how it was with me.
Absolutely. Yeah, like the puzzle I can do the fastest, I will do more times, because then I keep getting a personal best in it. It's amazing.
Yeah,
What were your fastest puzzles so far?
My fastest one, I've got the name now. It's the camping image from Ravensburger with like the quite bright
From UK
right.
National.
Yeah.
No, I got it here. So,
Ah, yes.
Yeah, pretty.
yeah,
Ooh, that's a good one.
yeah. And then my other one. Got more here.
Ooh, is that with the sea animals?
Yeah, it's called Turtles in the Reef, I think. It was the competition one at Cardiff earlier in the year, which is what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't think I have ever done that one.
it's good. It's the sky is quite like there's a lot of sky,
Yeah.
and then it's quite busy down here, so you get like a bit of both, like shape sorting and then
Yeah. Gradient. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
I just want to quickly point out that right now we had an influx of like so many people at the 1 hour mark. We are over 50 finishers. So we
Yeah.
have place 51 right now. And starting from 46, we had from 46 we had people just in 1 minute. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people within a minute.
Wow.
So they just barely missed the sub 1 hour.
Yeah.
But it's looking amazing. We have 51 people finished out of 89. So we have 30 people still puzzling. That is amazing. You guys are doing incredible.
And Georgina, do you have other puzzlers in your area? Are there people you puzzle with?
Not so much. I puzzle with my boyfriend a little, but he's not necessarily a puzzle fan, so I'm slowly converting him.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, I feel it's my duty, but yeah.
And we've got someone asking in the YouTube chat if you have ever heard of the Puzzle Guzzle. They're asking for a friend.
I haven't been able to get onto one of their competitions yet. They're always sold out when I end up on the website, but I would love to do a puzzle guzzle.
Well, then a shout out for that friend for whom it was asked for. Georgina has been trying to get into the Puzzle Guzzles.
Hint, hint.
Hint, hint. Ooh. Do you know if there's going to be any other puzzle competitions around Cardiff coming up?
I'm not sure. I would love if they made it an annual thing, because it's very convenient to have a competition in your own city, but I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything.
And what was your experience at that competition? Because I have only heard good things about it so far.
Yeah, it was really good. It was my first in-person competition, so like I didn't know what to expect, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think the atmosphere was really nice. There were loads of people who like it was their first ever competition, so I felt like I was in a safe space, you know.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Did you go by yourself, or did you?
I
Like,
went with my boyfriend, but he was
Yeah.
spectating.
and did you feel like you could get in contact with a lot of other people easily?
Yeah, like I had some good chats with the people around me on the same table and that, so that was nice.
Yeah, because
But
I
then-
feel my experience with the puzzle community is that it goes like really easily, and that's nice. Yeah.
But then did you only enter the individual competition if you're saying your boyfriend was only spectating?
Yeah, it was just individual. I think we went a bit early, so we watched some of the, I can't remember if it was pairs or teams just before, but yeah. I mean, if any UK puzzlers want to team up, want to pair up.
Yeah, it's fun. I feel like puzzling in pairs and teams is like a whole different dynamic than doing it by yourself. I enjoy the camaraderie of doing it together.
Yeah.
So maybe next time.
Mhm.
Like I know we have also like in the Netherlands, like a Discord that you can also find people to match up with for competitions. I don't know, maybe
That's cool.
Fuzi, you know,
And,
for UK.
That's exactly what Parky Puzzles is also saying in the YouTube chat, that I have to ask you, Georgina, if you know about the UK Discord channel, and to message the Puzzle Guzzle if you want the link, because there is a Discord channel.
I will do that. I didn't know there was one.
So you can find the Puzzle Guzzle on Instagram, and they're going to be able to help you out. Most likely, after today's like stellar placement,
Yes.
you're also going to be like a very eligible partner for future competitions.
I hope so. That would be nice.
Ooh. Yeah, as far as I can see, that's the only messages to you right now. I do see that Funny was saying that she also had to check the text with the very last piece and swap it for another piece later because of false fits. Did you have any issues with false fits on the edge?
A little bit, but I think they were just hard to go in, so I noticed that it was not right. But or like when I put it in, it felt like it fit, but then the text wasn't lining up at all. So I think when you're going quick, it's easy not to notice that. But just checking, I've not got any. It all looks bad.
I like how the text, like we only read the text at a moment that we're like, wait a minute, this isn't right. And then we read it and like, no, that's not a word.
Yeah, that's not a word.
That's not working.
That's not how letters work.
And then after that, like when the puzzle's done, you can enjoy it. You can look at it and go like, okay, what did I just do actually?
Yeah.
Were there sections of the puzzle that you felt like went easier or that you enjoyed more?
I think going back to the question at the start, actually, my answer would have been like blues, and so the blues I enjoyed, like the bit in the middle, and then the shark and the home jellies, and then the pink as well, which I started with. I think the brighter colours probably. I think it's hard when you've kind of done all the bright bits and then you've got lots of like sandy coloured bits with text, and you're kind of more going off on shape and a tiny little bit of orange or something.
Yeah, I felt looking on the screens, like at a certain moment when the bright colors were out, it was like a lot of like yellows and greens. And I can imagine that kind of like looks like one kind of shade on the table. Yeah.
I would just like to point out
Yes.
Catherine's cat on the table. Cat's cat on the table.
Yeah.
Who is
Just
looking
hanging
very
out
comfortable now,
on the puzzle.
taking over the puzzle table. Yeah, Georgina, congratulations, and thank you for chatting to us. It was very nice to get to know you, and yeah, get in touch with the Puzzle Guzzle because they're going to send you the links and everything, and yeah, you might be able to find a pair and team for the next upcoming competition.
Nice. Thank you both.
Nice
Thank
to
Thank you. And we have had so many finishers. It's hard to keep up. We have 63 finishers out of our 89 participants. So, and also it's looking very, very good on screen. So it's going to be best to have our next interview already, who is waiting impatiently in the chat. Madeline, if you're here, then please turn on your microphone and join us.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
The camera is not working. Let me check.
That's also fine. Look, if it doesn't work, then we can also just chat like this.
Yay.
There you are. Hi.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
No, tell us about your experience. How was the puzzle? How did you go with your strategy? What did you do today?
So on Instagram, somebody mentioned that it might be a circular puzzle. So I was a bit sad about that because I don't enjoy circle puzzle. I was like, no, not a circle. I only do one EJJ a month. So I was like, no, please no. And then I opened it up and it was Ibu. So I really enjoy Ibu because of the pieces, because they slide so easily. So other brands are really difficult to get in, and this one it just slides right in. So you can put the pieces in without even looking too much. And when I saw the picture, I loved it. I'm a science person. I enjoy science stuff, so that's really cool. I much more prefer photographs and gradients. So, and I'm actually trying to improve on my anime puzzle skills because they, for me, do not work well. So I was a little bit, okay, let's see. But then I just started with the blue and everything just flowed. Every piece just flowed. Every time I went for the pieces to grab some more, something kept, just something always jumped out to me. So there was always something to do. Yeah. And that was such a nice feeling. And I was going so fast. And at one point you're saying, oh yeah, Madeline's, and so I listened to the live stream and you said, yeah, Madeline's doing really well. And I was like, what the So yeah, that was really cool. And then I was like, yes, and you're like, oh, wait, just Georgina.
Yeah, it was very close. You only had like, a couple of seconds between each other. So that's very, very close.
Yeah, but it's my best. It's my, I was like 8th or 9th the last couple of EJJ. So I like crept up, keep creeping up. And so to be second on a circular puzzle that isn't even my style is like really cool.
Yay! It's a great feeling.
How many sub 50s have you had so far? So how far are you from graduating?
It's my 4th one. I have puzzles in the lower 50s, like 51, 52 first tries just yesterday, the day before yesterday. But sub 50, it's my it's actually the second fastest I ever did. So it was I think Paris Postcard, which was my fastest that I did just a couple of days ago. But that one is my second fastest.
Wow. And does it like help you if you hear the live stream like to get going, or does it make you a little bit like nervous or panicky or?
So I prefer in-person competitions because it keeps me going. It reminds me to keep going, because otherwise the first EJJs I did as a flex, and I was at some point I just kept puzzling like easy peasy because it was silent and stuff like that. So I much prefer listening to the live stream to keep on going, to keep reminding myself that I have to go fast.
Yeah, it's a competition. I have to stay in it. Yeah.
Exactly.
And was there a part, like we were talking about colors today, is there a part of the puzzle that you gravitate towards? I know a lot of people started with the blue. I think you did as well.
Yes. Yes, so I love blues because I like to do skies and water. So I always go for the blue. So it was perfect for me that I could start with the blue because it's also the first thing I saw. And the second thing I wanted to do was the brown one, even though I thought they might not be that much recognizable, but it's just a really small part of the puzzle. Yeah. And it was okay that the colors are very distinct. Yeah. So it wasn't that hard to find them. And also the lion was like in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been pointing that out the entire time. That like I think pretty much every single person had the tiger out of the way like pretty early on.
And we were talking about maybe some false fits in the edges. Did you experience that as well?
Yeah, that might have cost me the first place, because in the end I just had 3 pieces left and 2 of them were false fits, and I kept rearranging them, and at some point it fitted, but yeah, no. Yeah, but and also other false fits. I had to I actually changed my strategy. In the beginning, I just tried to grab a border piece and put it in. But then I realized that some of them are so false fitty that I have to do it with a little bit more strategy, like the blue ones. There are much more blue ones than purple ones, or also ones that have a lot of the color and not so much from the border, stuff like that.
Yeah.
To get away from the false fits.
Yeah. And what was the choice that you decided to like not do the edges at the beginning?
That one was easy. That was the easiest choice of them all. No, because so the first thing with circular puzzles is the space. So I have a large table, so it wouldn't be that much of a bother, but I don't like, then you have this big circle on your table with nothing in it and pieces everywhere. And because it's circular, they're not like on the side, they're like everywhere. And so, and when I saw that it was just one band of color, I was like, no, I'm not doing. And even I wanted to start with the blue one, and the blue one was in the middle. So I thought it made much more sense to start.
Yeah. Yeah. And you said you don't really enjoy round puzzles, but you have done them before then.
Yes, I started to do them because of the World Series. I took part in the World Series, and there you had to do the circular one. So I tried to do some of them, but only to get a feel for it, not really doing a lot of them. And a friend of mine lent me some ebook. Now, actually, one of the first EJJs I did was an ebook one, and also a friend of mine lent me some ebook ones, and those I enjoyed the most.
And are you going to Worlds this year? Are you practicing for Worlds?
The World Championship.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going. I hate the heat. I don't like heat. I'm in Switzerland, and it's too much here. I don't want to know how it is in Spain.
Have you been there last year? That it's the.
I have actually never been to the World Championship.
Yeah. The heat can be something.
Yeah.
But then it does bring up the question. You were saying that you were at the World Series. Like, how long have you been speed puzzling? How long have you been into this?
Since I think May this year. May.
Wow.
May, June, something like that.
Nice.
I think was it last year? No. Last year. Last year May. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, that's also still incredible.
Yeah. And did you enjoy the World Series?
Yes,
Was the round puzzle maybe not as bad as you expected?
No, the round was actually okay, because everybody was afraid that it's going to be something painted, something pastel-y, something like that. So when I saw the puzzle, it was actually okay. I would have preferred an Ibu one, but it was okay.
Yeah, they surprised us. It was more of like a collage style puzzle, I feel. Wasn't what we expected.
I thought it would be more sectors, something like that, like larger sectors with a little bit more color or something. So I was really surprised to have a front image.
Yeah. It didn't, at least for me, it didn't really feel like a round puzzle because it was still kind of a straight image. Yeah.
Yeah. This one felt much more like a round puzzle.
Yeah. And do you enjoy, because we saw a lot of people what we were referencing as like pizzaing the puzzle, like turning it. That's also something I think I saw you do. Do you like enjoy, does it feel faster doing it that way? I automatically do it as well, but maybe, I don't know why. How does it feel like for you to like just turn the puzzle?
Actually, I have never done that before. But in the moment, it made sense for me, because all of the border pieces were on the right side, and I knew that there was like the green ones and the yellow ones. So I knew when I was on the green ones, I had to turn them halfway to get to the yellow part of the border. So it kind of made sense for me, and then it felt funny, and then I just went for it.
Yeah. Well, maybe it worked out. You can try it again next time.
It's a new technique to incorporate.
Yeah.
And then if you're puzzling just for fun, what kind of puzzles do you reach for? Are you someone who likes the smaller piece counts also for fun, or do you actually go for like anything larger, or what are your puzzling habits?
So usually I do 1,000 puzzle, 1,000-piece puzzle, but my husband made me a very big puzzle board, so I can do like 5,000s and 6,000s and stuff like that. So I usually do them, and then I need a break again. Then I do 1,000, 1,500 and stuff like that, and then again a big one. I just recently did the 5,000 Pokemon one, which was to teach myself the anime style.
Oh yeah.
It might have helped a bit, but I don't know.
The
And do you-
Pokemon is actually a very good choice for that. Like,
Yeah.
I've been meaning to do the 5,000-piece Pokemon for a while now.
And do you have a next larger puzzle like on your pile that you're like thinking for the winter months?
So I have a lot of puzzles that I haven't done. Every time I see a cheap big puzzle on secondhand shops, I'm like, oh, I need to get it. It's so cheap and stuff like that. So I have like 10 big puzzles to choose from. So, but I don't know which one I'm going to do next because I just finished the Pokemon one. So I now have to
Take a break.
I now have my pile of thousands that I have to get rid of. And then I will start the next one, but I don't know yet. I have an Educa one, 8,000. I think it's Power of Babel or something like that. It's like
Oh yeah,
yeah.
the
But I'm a
classical
bit of
painting.
Hmm?
The classical painting.
I think so. Yes, I just got it very cheap before I knew how Educa feels like, and now I'm a little bit afraid of it because I can't move pieces around with it.
Yeah.
Which I usually do with big puzzles. So yeah, that one might stay in the pile for a while.
I think Educa is something that like many people get like afraid of because of like the loose fit. But I'm actually always pleasantly surprised by it. I have only done like a couple, and it might actually not be as bad as you think.
Okay, I just did one Educa one, so I don't know how big puzzles are.
I also have never done the large puzzles. I have only done 500 and 1,000.
I've
But
only
like
done.
a lot of people swear by them.
I like the images they have, but I feel with the 500s, although I've only done 500s, then if you do them for speed, I feel it's difficult to move them around. But if you do them casually, then it's okay.
Yeah, I'm really clumsy with the non-fitting pieces because sometimes I my hand just brushes over the pieces or something like that, and then they just go everywhere again. So for speed puzzle, I don't enjoy them.
Yeah.
Well, I also do want to point out we're at 1 hour and 21 minutes. So there's a little less than 40 minutes left. And we have 76 finishers out of the 89. So it's a pretty amazing achievement.
Yeah.
And so many people are going to still finish very, very soon. And I do see Loretta in the bottom row in the middle. There's actually an edge that is already finished, and she's filling in the yellow sections now.
Yay.
And then Nadine, I think, is she on the screen or am I only seeing her? No, she's not on large, but she's also working on the green instead of the yellow, but also edge is finished already.
It just finished.
It's very interesting.
Do we think maybe everybody's going to finish? Has that happened?
I hope Jim's ears have perked up. We might clear the room.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. I also do see a good number of comments right now. So just keep chatting. I'm going to take a look if there's anything that someone was saying.
So are there any brands or that you enjoy most that you gravitate to?
So Schmidt, I love Schmidt very much. I love the pieces, how they fit, and I also like that they have like the how do you call the ones that the prongs? They have the funny prongs which are a little bit more
different,
more
more
curved, but more cornered.
Yeah, or like diagonal a little bit. Yeah.
I enjoy those. I have a lot of Ravensburger, of course. but since I also watch Karen Puzzles, and she has so many different brands, and I thought that is such a cool idea. So I always try, if I see a brand that I've never done before, I try to get one. So I'm also building a little puzzle collection. So that's the ones I keep, even if I don't like the image very much. I want to keep one of each brand.
Oh,
so I
yeah.
have a lot of different brands, but enjoy Schmidt and Ravensburger the most.
And you said you enjoy like finding puzzles that they're a little bit cheaper. Does that mean that your house is being invaded by puzzles?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I think so. They are here in the living room, and all the ones I want to keep or to swap, they are in the bedroom. There's also some in the cellar. So yes, they're everywhere.
And do you have opportunities to like go to swaps, or do you see other puzzlers frequently?
Yes. So I met a lot of friends by doing in-person competitions. I met all the Swiss people, and we sometimes meet up to do some puzzling and swapping. And the championships, there's also a swap table, or just among friends and stuff like that. So yeah, there's some opportunity here. I would love to swap more, because there's so many puzzles that have to go out. But maybe at some point I also gonna sell them secondhand if it's too much to handle. But now it's okay. I also stopped. So at the beginning I got obsessed, like with all of my hobbies. So the pie kept growing out. I need this one. I need this one. I need this one. And now I'm like, do I really need this one? And only if I say yes, then I buy it.
And then I've got one final question to you, since you were mentioning like swap tables and going to events. Are you going to the Swiss Championship this year?
Of course. It's my first Swiss championship.
Ooh,
Amazing.
amazing.
The first championship I ever did was the German one, because the Swiss was already sold out. So but the cool thing is now I know a lot of people. I have a Paris partner, I have a team and stuff like that. So this is going to be really, really cool. I'm really looking forward to it.
Ooh,
We'll have a great time.
Thank you.
That's going to be so amazing.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to today's podium. It was very, very nice. You did incredible.
Thank you for the puzzle.
Yeah, see you at the next EJJ. Thanks for chatting to us.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
We have 78 finishers, and we have somewhere around a half hour to go. So Ozma, if you're here, then please join us for a quick little chat.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well, all things considered.
Well, how was the puzzle? How did you enjoy this round?
So I have a bit of history with Ebu puzzles. I have a textural issue with the pieces. So when I opened the wrapping paper and I looked at the box, I was like, oh no, this is going to be difficult. But I knew what this was going to be like. I kind of knew what to expect. And so I spent the entire flip telling myself that, you can do this, just get through it, it's fine. It's not so bad, all of that stuff. And that did really help. And so the other thing was that this is a much easier puzzle than the last one I did. And this reminds me a lot of the Circle of Colors animals puzzle from Ravensburger.
Yes.
So that's actually such a good point.
Yeah,
That's
it's very familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, there are the colors in the background, and then the animals are all like doing their thing. So it didn't feel like I had to spend too much time trying to figure out what is happening in the image. Like I had a few projects I could start with, and then it came together eventually. So I'm just really happy that I managed to make it through, and I'm okay with my time. So overall, couldn't be happier.
I think that's a good mental recovery that you did, like saying like, oh no, but then going to like, I can do this, just puzzle. Like sometimes it's hard to get out of that mentality of like, no, I don't like this. No, I don't want to do this.
That's right, yeah. I feel like the last time I did the Ebu puzzle, I didn't know how to deal with the feeling I was having. And so this time around, I quickly sort of just went into, we're going to have to handle this. And And then I try to remember everything I, struggled with the last time, which was, space management, because the pieces are also larger, and whether I should do the edge first. If not, then do I just, chuck the edge pieces into a corner and think about them later? And so I was actively thinking about how to approach the puzzle while I was flipping, and I'm actually just like really happy with the approach I took. So I mean, I didn't think, I was hoping to like get closer to like a 60-minute time, but I already knew that, I'm at a slight disadvantage, and so it's okay if I don't manage to hit that. So it's okay. It's all good.
Yeah, well, I think
you are going to. Sorry,
go ahead.
You are going to Worlds, right?
I am. That's right. Yeah.
Have you been practicing? How has your speed puzzle routine been going?
I have been speed puzzling every day since March.
Wow.
I mean, even if it's just a mini, but just my speed puzzling, tracks your streaks, and I really like those little rewards of going, oh, it's been 30 days and 60 days, and I think I'm coming up on 6 months. So that's been really fun. And also it's made it a lot easier to just pick up a puzzle and practice without putting too much pressure on myself, because I know there'll be another one tomorrow.
Yeah. And forgive me for not remembering, but do you have your table taped off?
I do. I have a pencil line that I drew. So I have been using that. For this particular puzzle, I didn't pay attention to that because I knew I'd need a little more space.
Yeah.
But more or less, I've been sticking to my the competition dimensions.
And do you find that
we keep talking at the same time? I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Now I'm afraid to talk.
Oh. I'm so sorry. And do you only practice with Ravensburgers now at this point?
Not. I mean, I would say like the majority are Ravensburgers, but because I also signed up for a lot of EJJs in preparation for Worlds. So whenever I'm practicing for an EJJ, I don't necessarily stick to the Ravensburgers. I'll do old EJJ puzzles that I have. I also made a sort of game around trying to guess what the brand is going to be, and then trying to see if I can figure it out, or like just get an idea and then practice something from whatever I've guessed. So I've done, I think, Schmidt. I haven't gone back to Ibu, but also the cherry pazis we had. I had one earlier, which I practiced for another EJJ where I thought it might be a cherry pazi, and it was. So I try to keep it a little bit of variety, but if nothing else, then I just pick up a Ravensburger because I know that it's going to help.
Yeah,
having done it.
And are you usually correct in guessing what the EJJ puzzle is going to be?
I
or like the brand?
today. I was very wrong today.
Oh.
I had a completely different, brand in mind, because I do have an Evo box, and I put them one on top of the other, and they didn't seem quite the same size. So I was like, it's not an Evo. And I was very relieved, and I was like, okay, cool, I can move on, and I don't have to worry about this. And
Oh
I was
no, the shock.
Yeah, I mean, there was a moment of, oh no.
And even in your oh no moment, were you like still like, yeah, you, of course we were like unwrapping it and stuff. So yeah, you had a little bit of time to mentally prepare like before we started. Yeah.
And I took the time to look at the image, and I was like, okay, this one, it immediately reminded me of the animals puzzle. And I said, it's the same thing, you can manage it. It's fine. I think that made a big difference.
Yeah.
Because it's, even though the orientation is, it's not like every part of it is, the text is all over the place. There's no like specific orientation to follow. I could use the familiarity of a puzzle I'd already done to make myself feel more comfortable and confident about this.
Yeah, that's smart. I think that's a smart. Well, what I said, like a mental thing to help you, like to consider, well, I've done that. That went well. I can do this too. Yeah. And are there certain brands that you enjoy more than others? Obviously, not Ebu, maybe.
I mean, I've just spent most of the year doing Ravensburgers, but there are a couple of Indian brands that I'm quite fond of. Yeah, we don't have a lot, but the ones that we do have that like do their own original art, and they sort of are a little more artist forward. So we have Jigsaw Nation, and then there's Madras Design Story, which are two of the brands that I've been doing more puzzles of recently. And some of it is like very Indian art, like it's meant to evoke certain places or festivals or stuff like that. But some of it is just pretty art, and the quality is I would say the best that we get in India. So I'm quite happy to like do those puzzles. They make me it's a good break from the same cut and the same thing that we do because I'm speed puzzling every day.
And is the art like photos, because you say they reference like places, or is it also illustrations?
It's mostly illustrations.
Okay.
I don't think we have any photo puzzles that I can think of that are not stock images. A lot of them are just so one of the bands does hand illustrated. It's a two sister outfit. And one of them is the artist, and the other person is the one who handles the business side of things. And so she does incredibly detailed illustrations. And one of the puzzles that we recently did it's called Indian Inheritance, and it's illustrated stamps of all the different places in the country and the things they're known for. So it's just beautiful. I mean, it's one of the nicest things I've seen all year.
I'm going to look this up. This is new to me. Fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all been very happy that puzzle came out, and very happy to do it. And my friend Zenita, she runs the Indian equivalent of Speed Puzzle Pals, where like we do challenges because we don't have like Ravensburger available easily in India. It doesn't retail here, and it's astronomically priced. So just to get more people into speed puzzling with puzzles that are accessible to them, she's been running these challenges where you can repeat the puzzle as many times. Like I think it's a limit of 5 times, and then try and get your best time on it. So that's the one that's currently that's a challenge that's currently running. So everyone's doing that puzzle. Everyone's having a great time. I think it's fabulous.
Fun. And do you have the opportunity to get together with other puzzlers?
Oh yeah. So I basically run a puzzle meetup in the city I live in. So I do a weekly meetup, in fact. So we try and I also run a competition once a month.
Wow.
So, yeah. And I think that the next one's on Sunday, in fact. So we do the individuals, pairs, and teams. And I've been trying to, it's taken a while, but we're finally at the point where solo puzzlers are doing 500 pieces. Like I've been increasing the number of pieces over time. So now they're like, this is like a frog in slowly boiling water.
Yeah.
But I needed to get everybody to that, like, we're doing this like in the big leagues. So I think that ends up being an excuse for people to meet at least once a month, even if they don't attend the meetups. They if they come for the competition, then there is and like the one thing that you sort of see when people come in for the competition is all of them have bags of puzzles, and they're all handing puzzles to each other.
Yeah.
And there's a complicated system of swapping going on. So I have to give you this, and I have to take this from the other person, and then like it's all prearranged. And people are borrowing puzzles off each other, and it's like a thing, and it's really fun.
Well, it's fun that you started it, right? That's what you said. Yeah, great.
Yeah. It just it's been about 2.5 years of running meetups in the city, and it's taken off in a nice, pretty pleasing way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to enjoy puzzles with each other and have it's nice.
Yeah. And I think it's a great place for all the folks who don't have the energy or the social battery to do all of the other more intense socializing things.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes it's nice, even like that's what I enjoy. I think also with puzzling together, like you can all be focused on the puzzle and still chat with each other, but sometimes it's not so, feels maybe less social heavy to have to like sit around the table and talk. But like while you're doing a puzzle, maybe it's a little bit easier and yeah, more easygoing, and that's nice. Yeah.
No, for sure. I feel like it requires you to perform less.
Yeah. Yes, this is very true. Yeah, well said.
I was actually about to ask, like, since you have been running these puzzle meetups for so long, what was the original idea for the puzzle meetups? Was it already speed puzzling, or was it more the trying to get a community together?
It was just like a community event kind of thing, and I genuinely started it on like with very little thought. It was sort of friends run a venue, and they said, "Oh, do you want to just do a puzzle thing one night?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, let's do that." Because then I was like, "Oh, I'll meet more puzzlers, and then we get to talk puzzles with each other, and this seems like a win." It was a very selfish thought.
It's a good reason.
Yeah, I mean, and then we did it like it was a like reasonable success, and then they said, "Hey, do you want to do this every week?" I said, "Sure." I don't really have anything going on Monday nights, so you can do that. And then it's just become a fixture now, and that's like that's the weekly meetup, and then I go to different places in the city on weekends to do meetups there as well, because a lot of people can't make it all across the city to the venue that I host at. So I got a lot of people saying, "Oh, do you come, to this part of town? Do you have something going on here or there?" So eventually, I tried to, hit north, south, east, and west, so that if they don't turn up, then it's not my fault.
Yeah.
I have made the effort. So then, like, more people can do puzzles, which is always great.
And do you feel it's easy to find venues, or is it smaller scale?
So I've been very lucky because apart from, I would say technically speaking, every venue that I work with now has approached me to be like, "Hey, do you want to do this at our space?"
Oh, cool.
So it was an easy conversation to have. I didn't have to pitch anything. And I also didn't have to explain why people want me to do jigsaw puzzles. Like, because outside of this community, it's a strange thing to be like, "Oh, I want to run an event where people come and do puzzles together," because they're like, "Isn't that something you do at home? Isn't that a children's thing or whatever?"
No.
So I didn't have to do any of that, and I'm very happy that like I didn't have to sell the idea.
Yeah.
And then they usually have something in mind about like when or how, or they've got a vision, then I work with that. And then like I run meetups at a bookstore, at a board game cafe, at a library. So it's a variety of things, but all spaces which like it seems to fit well with like the people who anyway come there.
Yeah.
And the one thing I'm wondering about is like how common a hobby is puzzling in India?
So I this will be about a year and a half ago, but someone in the community once like wrote me a note saying that this was a very lonely hobby until I found the community. Because most people don't really, it's not an active social, thing to do. It can be social, but you can also very much do it on your own. And so I feel like many people might not know that there's a community of puzzlers because they just haven't considered that there might be. And also because it's, as I said, not a very like, it's a niche thing. And so a lot of people who come for the meetups haven't done a puzzle since they were kids. They've heard about it through a friend, or they were going, like just checking out events in the city, and saw this and said, "Hey, oh, maybe I should give this a try." And then some of them, come, and then they keep coming because they've found that thing that like, gives them something to look forward to. And my the way I see it is that Monday nights are a great night to do puzzles because you've just had to start your work week, and this is a great way to like take your mind off it. So it seems to there's a bunch of regulars, but the community has been growing. So I run a WhatsApp community for India. So it's like there are city groups for different major cities, and all of them are starting to like become a little more active and do their own meetups. So it's I think it's for the number of people in the country, if you measure it against the population, this is like the tiniest drop in that ocean. But I like to think that we have a big community and it's growing every day.
Yeah. And I think if people find their people, then it feels very I mean, for me, that would feel big because you've created something that people will feel togetherness, and that's nice. That's important.
Yeah, I mean, there's a common sort of theme of, oh, I didn't know this existed, but I'm so happy I found it. I get to like, and it's a generally because it seems to be more woman dominated. It's a fairly friendly and like very welcoming, warm, very wholesome sort of vibe. So I think that also helps a lot. So people who otherwise might be hesitant to speak up in other forums find it possible to ask questions because they get, even if it's been asked so many times before, someone or the other is always happy to provide the information or point them in the right direction. So it's a great space.
Yeah, very welcoming it sounds. That's nice.
I have to point out, I have to cut in. I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
Richard is finished and also Dora is finished. So congratulations,
Congratulations.
Dora. We also have Sylvia finished now. So we basically are almost done with the EJJ today.
Wow.
There is also 15 minutes left, and we still have one person lined up for an interview. So Asma, as nice as it is always to talk to you, I'm going to have to cut you out of the live stream. Thank you so much for jumping in to talk to us. It's so nice always to hear about like your community puzzling, and it's just always nice to chat with you. So thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, guys.
Bye. And Hannah, I'm already going to call you in so that there's still a bit of time for us to chat while Ananya is still going to finish her puzzle.
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Hi.
Hello.
How was your experience today? Tell us about the puzzle.
It was pretty fun. I was excited that it was an Ebu, although I did relate to Asma's fears about the texture. Like they just feel a little sticky sometimes. I like them, but for speeding, it can get a little tricky.
Yeah.
But I really liked the image. I did sort of like a sort at the beginning. So I pulled out all the pieces that I thought had the blue background, and I separated the yellow and the green and completely missed that there was a brown background section until like 10 minutes into the puzzle. So then I pulled those pieces. And then I finished with the border. What I will say is that this is such a mean puzzle for anybody who likes text. Because I love to do text first, but there's so much writing and it's so small that it's like useless. I didn't use it at all, except for like, oh, this piece has text on it. Maybe this is how it's like oriented. Like I couldn't tell you what any of these words. I think I read like 5 of them during the entirety of the puzzle.
You meant the edge writing and that you started with the edge. I didn't even I barely remembered that there's the black writing. I completely ignored it the entire time.
I am talking about the black writing in the middle because like sometimes if I was trying to figure out like where a piece was oriented inside, I was like, oh, well, I can tell that it has some writing on it. And if I look at the image, I can see that there's some writing on the left side and on the bottom. So maybe I'll try it in those places and see if it fits. But I didn't read any of them. I just saw where there was text. So I was really sad because at first I was like, yay, letters. I love doing letters. And then I was like, no, I don't get to do any of the letters. but it was fun. I liked it. And I beat my speed puzzling prediction by 6%. So I'll take that
Wow.
every day of the week.
Nice.
Good.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you.
And I think also the letters, the orientation, I think is like all over the place on the puzzle, right? Like there's not, yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't really even use it that often, but I used it occasionally. So
Did you
And
have
yeah,
any
Isa-
favorite part of the puzzle?
did I have a favorite part? I like the blue background. I did the tiger really early. That was a really easy and like distinguishable section to pull and put together. I got really excited when I saw that it was like the biodiversity EBU because I have a lot of friends who are science minded. So as soon as I finished it, I was like, okay, which one of you wants this? I know I'm giving it to some of you. I just don't know. Like I have one who works at a museum, one who works at a state park. I'm like, which one of you can use this in a program? You can take it and use it there.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Does the puzzle already have a home?
It has two potential homes. I'm waiting to hear back from one of them who I think is more likely to use it in a program, but she's probably, so I expect I'll hear back from her when she's off because I'm in the US, so my time zone, I'm still technically I'm on my break, so.
And the puzzle that is like moving home, are they puzzlers or is it more for their program? They're not necessarily puzzlers.
No, it's for their program. I mean, they're puzzlers, but they're not speed puzzlers. So
Right.
they'll do it for fun, but maybe they'll do it for fun, but I primarily asked them because I thought maybe they could use it for some of the programs that they run.
And the fact that it was round, do you enjoy that?
I don't dislike them. I haven't done a round EBU in a long time, and I was looking at the cut afterwards. I do a lot of the circle of colors more than I do a round EBU. So I was like looking at the cut and I was like, oh, it's kind of like exactly divided into quarters. So like if I do another one of these, I can maybe try to pay more attention to like the pieces that maybe look more normal or maybe closer to like the center of a line of a
Whoa.
some of the axes. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I haven't like really gotten into it, and I think it's probably a little more complex than that. But it looks like maybe the cut is the same across all four quadrants, and they've
I'm looking.
I know, right?
And I
But
think
what
the
is
cut
that?
is not. No, it is.
Oh,
Is it the same?
Yeah. Well, if it's the same on the box, then I assume it's the same on the puzzle. Yeah,
Mhm.
there's like as you are spreading out. Yeah, it is the same. It repeats in all four quadrants.
So it's kind of an easy cut to learn if you want to try and learn like a cut because you learn 1/4 of the puzzle and then you just rotate it and it's the same all the way around.
True.
oh, interesting. But does that mean in theory there would be more false fits if maybe the image repeated itself more?
Possibly, yeah, depending on I think what the image was. This one was kind of helpful because it was at least divided in like half. So like you could tell
Yeah.
like what did it have a green background or did it have a yellow background? If it was blue, it probably would have been harder to tell. That you have to use it sort of, I think, then in conjunction with what the image on the piece and the shape of the piece to identify
Yeah.
what quadrant it would go into. But if it was a puzzle where it all looked very similar, then it could get really tricky really fast.
I also think that might be the reason for the false fits on the edge.
Oh my
Ah,
God.
good point.
Oh, that was my favorite part. I had way more false fits inside the puzzle than I thought I would. I was like, why is this happening? But the edge, I don't know how I got to the end. I had 2 pieces left and I tried to put one in and I was like, no. It didn't fit. I was
that
like, what
explains
is
everything.
wrong?
It explains
Yeah.
everything now.
It also feels like someone at EBU was like a little bit lazy. They were like, I'm not going to design a whole puzzle. I'm just going to design 1/4 of a puzzle and then I can just repeat it 4 times.
Lazy or evil. Lazy
Yes,
or
this is
wanting
true.
speed puzzlers to suffer.
I'm just saying Ananya is about to finish the puzzle.
Yay!
Yay! Well done. Good job. Maybe
Does
missing
that-
a piece?
Does that mean
Oh.
we cleared the board?
There it is.
Yay!
Always look on top of
Good
the
job.
puzzle.
We still have, I think, Catriona puzzling?
As far as I know, yes. We have 7 minutes left.
Go, go,
Oh,
go.
Katriana. So how has the summer been looking for you in the US? Have you been to Portland for the competition?
No, I didn't get to Portland for Portland Jigsaw Masters this year. I'm hoping to go another time. That's all the way across the country for me. So it would have been like probably a 6-hour flight or longer. And I traveled to nationals this year. I also had one of my friends get married. So that was sort of where all my like PTO and vacation time went this summer. So not this year, but I did watch the live streams. It's such a fun contest. Although the pairs final puzzle was perhaps the most diabolical puzzle, the one that was like all stripes and the hands and the
It
puzzle
looked
pieces.
insane. And
I was
also,
like, wow.
if I am well informed, I think it was 550 pieces and not 500. As it turns out afterwards, there was some kind of issue with like the print.
Yeah, there were several puzzles that had 550 pieces instead of 500, which made a lot of sense because one of the like things they were running over the weekend was if you were watching the live stream, you guessed the fastest time. Oh, it says I lost my Wi-Fi. Can you still hear me okay?
I can still hear you. Yeah.
Okay, great. They were doing a contest where you could guess how fast the winning time would be for each puzzle. And I kept going, wow, I thought I knew these puzzlers' average times pretty well, but I'm like many minutes off. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the random cut is making it harder than I thought it would. It's because there were 50 extra pieces that nobody knew about.
Yeah, but it was at least the same for everyone.
Exactly. Yeah, which I think makes it, which makes it, I think, okay. I know, I'm sure if I was a puzzler, I would be like, oh, that explains a lot, but it was definitely better that it was everybody dealing with it, not just a few.
It's interesting how you can you can notice your own routines, I guess, because I've had a Paris competition. It was a puzzle of 750 pieces, and I knew that. But even though while we were like flipping, I was just like, it's taking a really long time. Like, are we slower? What's going on? And my partner said, no, it's 750 pieces. Oh yeah, I knew that. Wait a minute. Yeah. But like you have this internal like feel for like, okay, approximately, like not even like knowing minutes and seconds, but a feel about how long something will take.
No, it always like last year I got to like join in the live stream for one round, and already then it was looking like such an amazing event. And then this year it looked amazing as well. I kind of feel like I want to go there at one point.
It's fun. I have never been there, so I can't like wholeheartedly recommend it, but it's definitely on my like puzzle bucket list. Like I want to get to Winter Carnival. I want to get to Worlds one day. I'd like to go to a puzzle marathon somewhere in Europe, the World Series, Portland Jigsaw Masters.
It's a good
something
list.
like that. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited the World Series is in North America next year. So I'm like, I can get to Toronto. That's doable.
And I see Michelle popped into the chat. You're back with us. Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Your microphone is off though.
Oh, here we go. Yes. So unfortunately, Katriona has dropped out of the meeting just a few minutes before the 2-hour mark. But yeah, she was well into her puzzling. But yeah, we'll have to see what happened there. Anyway, I just had a question for Hannah. Did you have any color preferences when you were doing this puzzle, or just in general?
When I was filling out the question beforehand, I like don't have, when I think about this question, like a color that immediately springs to mind that I like to do first. There probably is an answer if I paid more attention, but what I put is that I'm drawn to like the high contrast. So like in this puzzle, that the blue was so vivid in compared to like the more pastel, like yellow and green and brown, that I was like immediately drawn to that first. And then once I realized there was a brown section, and that was much darker than the green and the yellow. So I'm like more drawn to like whatever color is the most different than anything else. So like doing the star anise part was very good, and doing the darker, like the lily pad and the like larger leaf towards the bottom was easier. But I don't know that I have like a particular color that I always do first.
Hmm. Now that's interesting about the high contrast. That reminds me. So we were looking. My husband was looking for the photo of the puzzle that he could, so we could put it up on the screen before. What I realized is that this is actually the second version of this image, because the first version of this image was very bright, because he had it up on the screen, and I was like, no, that's not the image. It's like a pastel yellow and like a pastel green. But the first version of the image, I can tell it's the first one because it was the old logo. So the image is exactly the same, but it has the old logo, and the yellow is like this really bright, like a, you know, sun golden yellow. And then the green as well is like kind of like my drink bottle.
Oh gosh.
And then the blue is like this, like punch you in the face blue. So it's interesting that when they reprinted it, they like toned down the colors a bit more, but like the blue in the center still remains with that high contrast.
I
Yes.
was wondering about that because on my speed puzzling, I think it's also the old picture still.
It
Oh,
is.
so maybe I can sort of see.
Oh yeah, no. So the blue.
Oh my God, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So the blue is actually lighter, but instead of brown, you have orange, and
Oh wow.
it's a very, very primary and yeah, full on for the eyes colors scheme.
See, if I had done this original version, I probably would have started with the blue or the orange again. Those would have been the first two. But even though there's more yellow, I probably would have tried to do that first and then finished on the green, because the green on that green feels way more complicated than just trying to pull sections of like the pink against the yellow stands out way more, and the blues against the yellow stands out way more than like the green on green.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like they kept the same barcode, because that's the only product that's on myspeedpuzzling.com. Normally, if a company would change the image so drastically, they should produce like with a different barcode, just to say that it is a different product. Even the box is different with a different logo. But yes, so we don't know of the people who previously did this puzzle if they did, which version they did in it. But yes, that's something we found out along the way, that there's two versions of this image. Maybe the color conversations would have been a bit different with the bright version.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 2 hours, and yeah, just really happy how that went. That we had 11 people finish with a sub 50 time. Wow. 11 people, and one of them was Maria TB, who got her 6th sub 50 time, so has graduated. Yay! And yeah, just really happy for everyone to have done so well on this puzzle, which is round and yeah, has false fits, and now we know possibly why. So yes, and thanks so much, Isa, for joining us for the first time. And
thank you for having me. It was fun.
Yeah, Hannah popping in for a chat, and as always, Fruji. So thanks everyone, and wish you all a good evening, and see you at the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.